Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everyone, and we're here with Dr. K from All Valley Animal Care Center, and we're talking this morning about what to do in the unfortunate event that your dog gets hit by a car.
And good morning, Dr. K. There's a lot of things that, firstly, I think people forget that your dog or cat can be in danger in your own driveway, right?
Correct. And so when you back out of your driveway, you want to make sure that your pet is contained in the house or somebody's got a hold of it, because you just never know when it's going to run out and get hit, just like any child would be. Not only that is when you pull into the driveway, we have people run over them because their pet sits in the driveway and waiting for them, and the other 99 times or 999 times it moves. Well, this time, guess what? It doesn't move when they run right over it. And it's surprising the number of pets that get run over by in the driveway. We had one last week and one this week. That's what I'm kind of talking about. So just use a little common sense and you can avoid some of the bad mishaps.
So what happens if you actually do hit your pet? What do you do then?
Well, what you do is at least you need to take a look at your pet and see what it looks like. You want to act calm so you don't get it excited, and you want to see if it can walk, for starters. If it can't walk, then you're going to need to help it. And you might have to secure its mouth with a muzzle. The easiest thing at home is like a pair of women's hose. You can just wrap it around and tie it. It doesn't hurt the pet, but it protects you and them, because you don't know they're hurt, they don't want to be messed with, but you're going to have to get them from your house to medical care, you know.
And what's the best way to do that? I mean, if they need to see, you know, someone at the clinic, how do you take, I mean, you know, an ambulance for humans, for example, they're very careful about moving you on a gurney and everything so you don't further damage things.
The best way is you're going to have to slide them under, you're going to have to get a blanket underneath them so you can suspend them like a gurney or a hammock kind of thing. Then you can get them in, have somebody call the veterinarian, let them know you're coming. When we get these sort of calls, we'll stop what we're doing because it becomes our first priority to make sure your pet is okay. And even if your pet doesn't look like it's hurt, you should still take it in, because you know you can't see inside. Sometimes it can have a ruptured spleen. I'm sure you hear that happens a lot of sometimes, and they can bleeding inside, and you can't tell. They might walk okay and look kind of okay, but they're not okay. So even if they look okay, you need to still bring your pet in so we can take a good look at it.
Is there a particular type of a veterinarian office that I should take my pet in that case? Well,
in most cases, the closest one, you know, most people live by the veterinarian, and so you want to go to the closest place first that's open. So that's why you need to call, make sure somebody's there, because maybe they're not there for some reason, or it's lunch or whatever. So you know that somebody's going to be there when you arrive. If that's not the case, then there's various emergency clinics open on the weekends or after hours that you can go to. But you need to get help because you just don't know what's going to happen.
So make sure you're familiar with those emergency clinics as well, so that should anything ever happen, you don't have to waste time looking it up or anything, and you know exactly where to go, you know, on Saturday or Sunday.
Correct, because you just don't want to be fumbling around trying to find somebody. Most places, if you call the office after hours, there should be a recording directing you to a place that will offer emergency service. And they should have an emergency phone number on there so that you can just, you know, have a pencil ready so you can write it down. The best is just be prepared, have it on your refrigerator so you'll know what to do.
All right, great information there, and hopefully that's not stuff that anybody will ever have to deal with, but you never know when it could happen, so great things to keep in mind. Dr. K, thanks so much for being with us this morning. And Steve, we'll toss it on over to you.